Hello, looking at the ICGL Advanced Spreadsheet Software qualification, we are going to be demonstrating in Excel 2016, and you can also, of course, use Office 365. Both are tested in those both versions. So this particular syllabus area is going to be looking at the time and date functions. So you can see there's quite a few of them. They're quite small areas, but they're good to go over quickly. A nice way to start gently into functions. So all of these would be part of the syllabus for the advanced spreadsheets. Please note as well that there is a shortcut key as part of the syllabus, and the shortcut key is the control and grave accent. As it be explained, the grave accent is the key above the tab. So this is a way of showing and not showing formula within the spreadsheet using a shortcut key. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. It might be useful in some areas and it might help you to explore wider areas as well. So thank you.
I'm going to start nice and slowly. I'm going to do the date and time. We're going to have a look at that area. Some lookups, some statistical mathematical functions, etc., etc. And the one at the end is just a syllabus area that you can, let's have a look at it together. It just shows you what's covered in the syllabus, so that, I'll just bring it down for you, so that you're very clear about what functions are being used. And you can see some things are being said about not round, not rank, not lookup, etc. But we'll have a look at this as we're going through as well. So I'm just going to close that, but that's always there for you to have a look at. So if we open up the date and time workbook, I've also placed that at the front of this, the syllabus, so it's there for you to see. If we just have a quick look, you can see the sort of ones we're going through today. And you'll notice towards the end, if we just come up, we've already dealt with the 3D reference sum function, and we've already looked at the mixed references in the previous videos. So we've already started to chip away at this. So let's click on the time and date. It's a bit of a fun exercise, but also has a point to it as well. The bright green, I'm afraid, is to bring your attention to those areas. I know it's in your face, but it helps you to remember. In here we have what they call the today function, which will return the current date automatically. So that's important to remember. So if they ask you to pop a date in a particular cell and it's updated automatically, that's the function that you need to be using. If you're including the time, however, then you need to use the now. That's quite simple. Down here we've got inserts current date, control key and semicolon. However, be aware this does not update automatically, so don't go popping it in like that. Okay, there's some little functions here about time, etc., but the ones in green are the ones we want to concentrate on. This is my date of birth. So you could put your date of birth in there and find out how many days old you are, and you can see that I'm pretty old, doing okay considering. So for a bit of fun you can do things like that. So these date and time functions are quite useful. Another area, if you use something like a weekday, you know, if you're using a function that comes back with a number, then be aware that you can, on things like weekdays and that, you can, if we just format this differently, you may have done this already, but those of you that may not have, and you can customize it, and you could put in something like DD, which would bring up or another D, and OK, and it comes up with Tuesday. If we right click again and pop another D in, and then you'll get the full Tuesday. So sometimes you'll use a function to bring back information, and then you may need to customize that format. This one extracts the day, but these are the two that we really need to concentrate on, as well as the automatic date and automatically updated time, date and time. So this one's a typical one. They all follow pretty much the same format: equal, month, and then the first instance in the autofill, so the first one in the list, and obviously the autofill fills down the rest. So that's how we'd work it. If you wanted to draw a year out of F4, that's what we're doing when we're dealing with this one here. So it's drawing out these figures and it's making it into a nice 1961, whereas when it's coming from the cell there rather than that. Okay, so that's quite straightforward. When we look at formula, the formula tab, what it's getting at is the way that you can flip between formula and values. So if you hold the control key down, I have mentioned this in previous videos, but if I haven't said anything about this one, if you haven't dropped into the other ones. So you're holding the control key down with your thumb, or your other hand if you wish, another finger, and then you can tap the key above the tab key on your keyboard. And when you do that, it jumps between showing formula and showing values. So when it shows formula, if we tap it again and we have a look at the formula tab at the top, this lights up. So it's showing formula. That's the ribbon way of showing formula. So using a ribbon method to show formula, and the one I'm doing on the keys is the shortcut key method to showing formula and value. And in the test, they will say to you, show formula using a shortcut key. So you need to be aware of it. Just another way, another one that you can use, but as far as I know, it's not part of the test questions, but who knows, so we best probably cover it, is another way by going through the options, the file options, Excel options, and into the advanced tab. And if you tick that, that will also tick this. And if you do control shortcut keys, so there's 3 different ways. So this is a way of doing it with regard to options. That way is doing it with regard to the ribbon, and the shortcut keys obviously is the one that generally is expected in the exam.